Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, a good look in store this afternoon. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Off the play action, here's Fields. He's got the big rookie out of LSU, Mason Taylor. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good for a
Give them 14 on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
41-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll go right back to Taylor, who's got it again. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another first.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. A run here with Hall. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Malik Hooker there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Big gain for the Jets there. 32 yards.
That's good for another Jets.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll take off again. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here now, second down and goal. Hall trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. Justin Fields, touchdown Jets. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Jets will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
Right to the air is Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll run it for the first time with Cavante Williams. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
2nd down, Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and short. Prescott. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one from 39 yards out. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys that are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jets offense ready now for their 2nd drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here's Fields to keep it himself. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They put Wilson in motion. On the run, here's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw is Fields. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action now. Prescott. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down. Cowboys.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Into the hands of Pickens once again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
That was an all-in effort up front, Mike. They knew the quarterback sneak was coming, and there is only one way to stop it. We normally don't see defenses win at the line on a sneak, but in this case, they did, and they bring up 4th down.
A 58-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one is complete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Folks' kick is good. And the Jets go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've had to settle for field goal attempts on these first 2 drives. A make and a miss. So they'll go to work here on their 3rd drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
The play action. It's Prescott. Rolling to the left. He keeps it himself.
Prescott scrambles from the pocket. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Cowboys.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away. 2nd and 10. Now, this looks like a design run. He'll step up and run this. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On first and 10, Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They run over center with Williams. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with first and 10. Now it's Williams. Good blocking to the 15. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. A first down throw for Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Fields now. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
3rd and 11. Fields to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Gonna run with it himself. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll run it with Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. And he'll take it on in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Kene Nwanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. First down. Fields. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Fields from the gun on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Isaiah Oliver brings him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Pistol now for Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On third down, Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's third and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on fourth down. So I don't love third and short bomb punt. I do love third and short. Okay, you fail. I'm going to go for it on fourth down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They give to Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Another run here with Hall. And he'll take this to about the 28. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who is struggling a bit after that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. Moving to his left. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a Jets first down. Able to get 8 on 3rd and 5.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Williams gets it on the draw. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Cowboys.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Throw on the run is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And a Cowboy
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Open receiver, it's Tolbert.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He takes off. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
On the ground, this is Williams. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Cowboys move out to a 24-10 lead.
Jets 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Now he takes off. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
A first down throw for Fields. He'll swing this one out to Hall. Now timeout Jets. It'll be their second. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
At their 49-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Fields now. They'll set up the screen out wide to Johnson.
Fields pass complete to Tyler Johnson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Fields. He's going to run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play. Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down, Cowboys.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a second down. They'll go with Williams. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Third and 9. Here's Dak to throw. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Play action now for Fields. In trouble, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Fields. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To give up the middle with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And He doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop.
Jermaine Johnson. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 35-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's another run here for Williams. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
To the outside, catch made by Pickens.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
A loss of 2.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Prescott now. And he's in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. on for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead.
Jets 13.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Whoa! And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. And he gets rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd down and 9. Fields. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On play action, here's Dak. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
A second down throw for Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott. Throw on the move is caught. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough It's going to bring up 4th down. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Another run, and again, it's Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down yard. Across the 50 to the 48.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
They go play action with Fields. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
On 2nd down, they run with Allen. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Dante Fowler there to make the tackle.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Allen, and he'll get about 5.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Taking off, and he's in! Justin Fields! Touchdowns, Jets. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Folks' extra point is good. And the Jets are able to cut into the deficit.
Jets 20.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll look forward for maybe a yard. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Miles Sanders. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That is Michael Clemens with the tackle.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
A 61-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Osa Odigizua getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Reynolds is the motion man here. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Third down and 17.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Fields on the run to the right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
So the 2 components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Fields to throw for it. That's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. They get the conversion with a gain of 22.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Game on. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Folk now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets will cut the deficit to 7.
Cowboys 34, Jets 27.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb.
Complete to C.D. Lamb. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Williams gets it on the draw. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He's able to get away from for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Fields from the gun on third down. This one caught by Lazard. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On the give, this is Allen. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They need one right now. Third and long. Back to throw is Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. They got 14 there. Didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the first down.
That's good for a Jets first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Out to his right. Now he'll run. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, first and 10. Here comes Allen. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
They'll run it with Davis. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Solomon Thomas made the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up third and 10.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Now, Fields. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Turpin. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. On the play fake, Dak. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On the give, it's Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Rolling right. He'll try to run forward. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Cowboys.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, right back to Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Play fake. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
And he's into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. The Cowboys will go up by 7.
41. Jets 34.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here comes Wu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it.
At their own 26-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You just don't see a lot of running backs given the chance to make those sort of plays, especially against double coverage. But if he continues to come up big for his quarterback, he's going to continue to give him every shot in the world.
First down, it's Davis. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ground, it's Allen. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 18-yard line.
2nd down and 8. They go back to Allen, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Fields now. That was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and goal. This a design run with Fields. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. He's got his big tight end, Mason Taylor. Touchdown, Jets. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. This is 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.